What's up, boys? Data782 here with episode 14 of the Brooklyn Bellos franchise mode, coming off our Stanley Cup victory in the last one, where we took down the Columbus Blue Jackets in 7 games to clinch our first ever Stanley Cup in our 5th season of play. Boys, I'm just going to hop straight into this one. Episodes are getting a bit long these days. I don't want to have an hour off season, so I want to go as quickly as possible through this one. We are hopping straight into the 2023 entry draft. I've already looked at the prospects. I've already considered what I want and what I want to do and who I'm willing to trade to get what. Julian Cox, this guy, 44 goals, 58 assists, 102 points in 68 games. This guy's going to be a stud, but sadly, no one in the top 10 wants to trade their pick, at least from what I saw most recently. I'm not going to go through all 10 teams, but as you can see right here, Ottawa does not want to trade. Anaheim does not want to trade, so this not their first round. None of these guys have their first round pick on their trading block, so that means that I'm guessing that none of them are going to be in red if none of them are on their trading block, as usual. Yeah, no one wants to trade their pick, so that is not going to happen. I am not going to even try to get. You know what? I'm not going to try to get the first overall pick because that has way too much value. Cox, okay. Let's slow it down. Oh, that was a quick 30 seconds. Let's slow it down. Cody Gamble, center playmaker. I don't know. Colin Takashi, don't need him. Solid defenseman, though. Earl Chung, this guy's crazy points. 129 points in 67 games. Spencer Eichel, also good amounts of points. In the queue, though. But still, 6'5". He's pretty nice. Medium elite. Jeffrey Rupp. Yeah. So I'm going to... I don't think it's going to work, but I'm going to sim to pick number 3 here. So Takashi goes to Florida, Gamble goes to Anaheim. I'm going to sim to pick number 4 is what I meant to say. I'm going to sim the first 3 picks. The guy Earl Chung or Spencer, whatever, at 4 or 5, I'd be interested in those guys. But would I even be close? Because Oliver Bjorkstrand, see, I don't want to trade anybody, but I have a lot of cap space. But look at these extensions that are kicking in. Scheifele's going to be making an extra 2.6 mil. DeBrincat's going to be making an extra almost like 3.09 mil. Connor's making extra 0.15 mil. These extensions are kicking in and these guys are expensive. I don't have the cap room, especially for what I want to be doing in the future. So I'm thinking of trading Bjorkstrand and trading Eberle. Eberle had a good season, 23 goals, 30 assists. Very good year on the third line. He had 13 points in the playoffs. I love Eberle. I don't want to move him. Same with Bjorkstrand. Didn't have the greatest year, actually. 43 points was a big down year. Playoffs did well, though. 13 points. I don't want to trade these guys, but they cost a lot of money. That is the problem. So if I take these guys, I throw in a prospect like François Dufresne, 51 overall, medium top 6 potential, 19 years old. And then I add in, I don't know, a pick. Let's say my second round pick next year is definitely puts a value in my favor. What can I get back from these guys? Let's say a third in 2025. What would Nashville say to this? Trade value is too far off. 4th, a 5th, and a 6th. What do they say to that? Trade rejected, they don't want to take on the salary. Okay, that's true. They'll put them right at the top. So what if I take back someone who has low value and costs them a lot of money? Like Wayne Simmons here. He costs 6 mil with 1 year left. Perfect. So if I take Wayne Simmons back, what would you say to this? Still trade rejected. Okay. So when this kind of message pops up that they want to save money, usually no matter what you give, they're going to say no unless you like overpay like crazy. So what if I retain a little bit of cap on Eberle, maybe a mil? If I retain 1 mil on Eberle, what do you say? Still rejected? 1.775 on Eberle rejected? Okay, so it's not going to happen. So there's 40 seconds left. I'm not going to kill myself. It's not going to happen. Would have been a nice player. They take Earl Chung. Yeah, 80 overall, medium elite, of course. Did I even mention this guy was 84 overall, medium elite? I don't think so. I just kind of glossed over him. Like, oh, there he is, 84 overall, first overall pick. Must be nice. Second line forward. Gamble 81, Takashi 79, 4-star defense. That's nice. Chung, what would Winnipeg want to give me their first for that same kind of return? They'd be over the salary cap. Could I take back someone who's expensive? Don't have a lot of time here. What if I take back Little? Or even Wheeler. Wheeler, 1 year at 8.250. That would just free up a lot right there. So I'll take back Wheeler. Still rejected. Okay, because Wheeler does have some value. If I take back Little instead of Wheeler. Throw in a fourth, what do they say? No. Straight up, still no. Okay, so it doesn't look like that's going to work. They don't want to do that. So I'm going to have to trade them in another capacity. So that centerman, Eichel, was 78 overall, medium elite. So I don't have a pick in the first round. I don't think that there's anybody that I really want to go after in the first round. There's definitely some nice guys. Lots of nice top sixes. Rick Ferrelli, that's a cool name. Ricky Ferrelli. 6'4", two-way forward in the OHL. Maybe I could get him at 14th. Let me see what happens. Or even this guy Nathaniel Brendamore. Our scouts have him ranked at 14. This is the 13th overall pick. Davis Miel is 5'9", two-way D. He had 11 goals and 55 assists in the WHL. Would Carolina take him? No, they took Ferrelli. Medium top 6, 74 overall. Who would Boston take then? They take Brendamore. So that guy who was ranked, our scouts had him at 12, has dropped all the way to 15 here. Would they take Bjorkstrand straight up for this first round pick? Can I just trade Bjorkstrand for the 15th overall pick straight up? A 5th and a 7th? Isn't sufficient at all. Okay, so forget that. That's not going to happen. So the defenseman was 77 overall, medium top 4D offensive defenseman. Bah. Okay, so I'm just going to sim this round. So there's a medium elite defenseman, medium top 4, top 6, top 6. There's a top 9, low elite. All right. So coming into this next round, there's some guaranteed low elites, which is interesting. John Rankin, Caden Goddard. This guy, Amrit Coupland, who our scouts say is a gem. He had 50 penalty minutes. Is that something that I should be worried about? Guaranteed low elite. Ricky Craig, that's a cool name. Cappy's top 6. Petnin's a top 4D. Callahan's a medium top 6. This guy's possibly... Trent Summers is possibly medium elite. Lots of interesting people. Better people here in the second round than the first round, it seems like. It was all top 9s over there. Our scouts have him at 33. Let me sim these two Vegas picks, see what they do. They take Hart, who's a top 9, and Rankin, who is low elite for sure there. Okay, I'm going to try to get this 35th overall pick from St. Louis, see what they say. They do want to trade it. Okay, that's interesting. Could I trade Eberle for this pick? Maybe I could just trade Eberle straight up for this pick. Straight up for a second round pick? No, it says I'm a bit off. Well, Eberle and a fourth. Eberle and a fourth for a second round pick. Does have a lot of cap. The Blues are a good team. And there we go, okay. Jordan Eberle, thank you for your service. You are off to the Blues. Thanks for helping us get our Stanley Cup. Meant a lot. And with that, we're going to take the gem, the center here, Amrit Coupland, the American, 6'2", guaranteed low elite. The scouts have him ranked at 33, and we'll take him at 35. He has 64 overall, low elite. He has some 78 passing as a playmaker. Hopefully he'll get some nice growth, and we'll keep simulating here. Vegas had another pick. They take Goddard, who is low elite as well. Cappy was 62 overall, medium top 6. Petnin, medium top 4. Summers was medium top 6. Who else am I going to look at down the road here? I'm going to simulate the user pick. That brings me to pick 32 in the second round. And let's see who I can get here at 64th overall. This guy's guaranteed low top 6. Both these guys are low top 6. But this guy, our scouts have at 64. Goalie, a gem goalie, Zachary Grantham, possibly medium elite. Bergevino says always take the best player available. So I think I'm going to have to do that. Are there any other goalies I'm going after in this draft? This guy's guaranteed medium elite. I'll have to take him later on. Medium franchise. Do I want to take all these goalies? Because I'm guaranteed going to take like 2 goalies in this draft. Scouts say he's a gem. Got to go from Zachary Grantham, boys. And he is 58 overall, but medium elite. Okay, so he can grow in the system, / he can be a good trade piece for us. Okay, so now we're going to simulate... I don't think we have any picks in the 3rd round. Oh, so I do have a pick. It's round 3, pick 8. Okay, so I'm just going to sim to user pick right here. No one really special went. So round 3, pick 8 is what I have. Tyson Sim is possibly a low elite. Shipley's guaranteed low top 6. Scouts have him rated at 70. Tyson Sim, I think I'm just going to go for him. Another center. Hopefully I'll strike gold somewhere if I draft enough centers, I guess. Low top 4D, I have enough defense in the system. Take the best player, boys. Tyson Sim, let's see what he is. He is low top 6 forward, 62 overall. Not a bad pick for the 3rd round. But I do want to get that guy before the end of this round. So I'm gonna try to trade for New Jersey's pick, and then I'll reach a little bit and take him there at 90. Now at 94 is gonna be too late. He's ranked 93. I'm gonna try to trade for Ottawa's pick, number 27. That would be 91st overall. I'm gonna try to trade for that one. 5th, 7th, and Rositas. No, that's even more than it's worth. I can give you Rositas for this pick straight up. Yeah, if I didn't accept this offer of yours, the Senators would call for my resignation. All right, fantastic. Have a fringe starter goalie, and I'm gonna take that guy Gusev or whatever his name is, who could be medium franchise. Please be medium franchise. Korolev, please be medium franchise. That would be nuts. Gustavs Korolev, Belarusian, I think. Come on, boys, give me the Scouts. Are the Scouts right? Okay, the Scouts are pretty good. Medium elite, 61 overall. That is a good pick. Medium elite. Okay, thank you very much. Not franchise, but I'm very happy with that. Top 9, top 9, top 9. No one too crazy. Let's sim to my user pick in the 4th round, which is pick 19 in the 4th round, 115th overall. Who is interesting here? Top 6D, top 9 forward. Medium starter, Lars Lundstrom. Guaranteed medium starter. Too many goalies, though. I'm taking too many of those. Kalle Olofstrand. 6'5", offensive defenseman. Ranked 134. So maybe I'll trade down like 20 picks. Let me trade my 4th for... who picks first in the 5th round? I'll trade that to Anaheim. I'll give you my 4th right now, and then next season... and then you give me your 5th. And then you also throw in another 5th. What do you say to that? Trade accepted. Thank you very much. And who do the Ducks take? They take a top 6D. Nice. Congrats to Anaheim. Now I have 2 picks here at the beginning of the 5th round. So I might as well just go ahead and reach a little bit and take my guy, 6'5". Let's see what he is. Olofstrand, he is a low top 6D, 57 overall. That's pretty pits. Yeah, whatever. Next pick. Round 5, pick 3. Gonna reach a little bit again and take Gordon Platt, who might be medium elite. He had good stats in WHL, kinda, 41 points. Let's see what they say. Gordon Platt is low top 9, garbage. Sim to the next pick, round 5, pick 19, 147. Hunter Cutler's a guaranteed medium top 6D. But I think I'm just gonna go for this guy here, Tommy Laddie, guaranteed top 6 forward. So I'm just going to go ahead and take him, even though it's reaching like 30 picks or whatever. 49 overall, whatever. Just take my guys and be happy with who I get instead of just taking pigs who are never going to be anything. At least these guys have value. I could flip them if I want. Radoslav Smid is possibly medium elite, so I'll go for him. He is medium top 4D, but 49 overall at 18 years old, so that's a definite trading piece. Round 7, pick 1 now. Coming to the end. This guy's possibly elite. We want to take all those guys who I had that possibly franchise or whatever. 2 guys who are possibly franchise. I think I have 3-4 picks in this round, so I should be able to get everybody that I want. Boris Malkin is possibly medium elite. I don't think I'm going to go for him. He did do well though in a competition where it's 8+. So many goalies, man. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Boris Malkin right now. Take him. Boris Malkin. He's medium starter. Garbage. But not bad for the 7th round, I guess. Next, 195. Sort by potential. I'm going to take This guy, Gibbons, Eric Gibbons, who's or do I take who do I take? Okay, Habibulin. Alexei Habibulin is guaranteed medium elite here in the 7th round, so you got to take that. 47 overall, medium elite. Next pick 11, and then I have pick 19. So now I take my last 2 guys. It's going to be both these franchise guys. So I'll take Adin Simon, another goalie, who's possibly franchise. Come on, medium elite again. And then round 7, pick 19, go for my last guy. Hopefully a franchise, Eric Gibbons. You guys are possibly medium elite, but I'm just going to go for this guy. 2 bars, low franchise. What do you say? He is low elite, 50 overall, defensive defenseman. These guys are all pits, but they have the potential, which means they have trade value. I don't think there are any franchise players in this draft, but that is the end for this one. We drafted a bunch of guys, a lot of goalies, so I'm going to be ending up trading a bunch of those in other deals, which is good for when I need to trade those guys, my Bjorkstrand and Eberle and all that. These guys are all about to retire, expiring contracts. My scouts, go re-sign them. So now it's the start of the re-sign phase. Jet Wu accepted the extension that I gave to him last episode. He is at 80 overall, so thank you, Jet. Go to the contracts. What kind of cap space do we have? $6 million of cap space. Let's see, who are the UFAs? Jonathan Toews. He does want the extension, but I think I'm just going to have to let him go, because how much does he want? If it's any more, then I'm going to have to let him go. That much, I can't keep him on the 4th line. I need to make room for the youngins, so I'm sorry, Jonathan. Pontus doesn't even want an extension, even though it's pretty cheap what he wants. No, sorry, Pontus, you got your cup. Jordan Wheel, we know we have to re-sign him if he's interested in staying. 1 year, 2 ways, 0.8, see what he says. Valerie Jass, it's time to sign him, one of our better prospects. 73 overall, we drafted him in the 26th overall a few years ago. Chipchura, medium top 4, sign him, of course. Ramja Singh, he's low elite, and Reasoner's also low top 4. I'm going to sign these guys. They have potential, so definitely want to get them in the system. RFAs, Axel Anderson, need to sign him. He was actually a big piece of our cup run. So if I could give him 3 years at 1.225, that would be nice. Miknov, he could definitely make the team this season. He wants even more than Anderson. That doesn't really make sense. He hasn't proven himself yet. The system thinks that he's going to get good, though, because if he wants 8 years, it goes to 4.6 mil. I'll give him his 2 years, but at 1.175. Kovanov needs a contract. Very cheap contract. I'll give him that for sure. Minnesota pick in the 3rd round, we acquired by trade. Kurashev. I'm going to sign him to a 1-year deal. He has good potential. I don't know if there's room for him. Palin, definitely signing him. Legend. Give him 3 years. And Sadikov here, low top 6, 70 overall. Yeah, I'll sign him. Vanek, I'm probably going to have to let go. Same with Booth. Chimera, I'm definitely going to sign. But I don't think there's room for these guys anymore. If there is, I'll find them in free agency, but I don't think that I have room for these guys. Blumdahl, I think I'll sign him to make him my backup in the AHL. Chimera can start, something like that. So I'll sign him right away and see what he says to that. Great potential for goalies in the system. Let's simulate a day, see what people have to say about that. Scouts accept, great. Wheel rejects at that dollar value. Jas, Chipchura, Reasoner, Kovanov, Kurashev, Anderson, Sadikov say yes. Miknov rejects at that dollar value. Palin, Chimera, Ramjasingh, Blumdahl, all accept. 5.840 in cap space. Just Miknov and Wheel that I got to get here. Miknov has not proven himself, so I'm not going to give him that contract that he wants. I'm going to give him 1 year at 0.950. And Wheel, is it time to let him go? I'll give him what he wants, 1 year, 0.9. Might be time to let him go, I don't know. Wheel rejects, Miknov accepts. So it's time to let him go, boys. Jordan Wheel, he's been here since the expansion draft. He got his Stanley Cup ring. he doesn't want to sign. He's not going to sign. Take care, Jordan Wheel. It has been an honor and a pleasure. Philippe Robichaud, I'm going to sign him for Burnaby. He's one of our better prospects, Philippe Robichaud. And that'll probably be it for rookies that I sign. Got to make room in Burnaby for these guys. I'll make trades once the time comes. And let's get to free agency, boys. We're going to get to free agency and see who is available. So here we go. Let's see who the names are. Sort by overall. Here we go. Max Domi, Michael Granlund, Brady Shea, Athanasiou, Gensel, Johnson, Lindell, Milano, Pearson, Wheeler. So interesting names that are here. Max Domi is definitely someone to go after. 87 overall. He had a 66-point year. He is a playmaker. He has 91 passing, good shooting. He would be nice. Granlund, a center. Don't think I need him. Brady Shea, defenseman. Don't think I need him either. Goaltenders. Anyone big over here? Samsonov's in here. Ilya Samsonov. Varlamov, Neto Jokovic. Wow, definitely some big goalies. That is huge. Rositas went to free agency after I traded him for that draft pick. So, okay. That's cool. Medium fringe starter. He's pretty good. 65 overall for a 6th round pick. But don't need him. Couple low elite guys here. Low top 6. Stokes, low top 6. Wow. What did he do in the United States last year? 82 points, 44 goals. I'm going to sign Dennis Stokes. Why not? I'll give him the max entry-level deal. Marian Rushakevic, low elite, 66 overall. Pushkarev, I drafted him. I guess he got let go. Kasperi Kapanen, here he is in free agency, that pig. High top 6, yeah. Beep you. I'll just keep it at that. So let's address the needs, boys. Centers. Scheifele first line, DeBrincat second line, Hertl on the wing, Chittle third line, or even DeBrincat on the wing of the second line. That's why if I trade Bjorkstrand, I can put DeBrincat on the wing, but he's good at face-offs now. 81 face-offs. Shaw can be our fourth line center. Left wings, Janssen and Connor are there. Byers, Pelletier both have to be on the team this year, I think. These are our 4 probably. Right wing, don't have any right wings really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here for defense. Oof, that's a tough call. I do have $5.8 million of cap space, and the team is still here, so do I really need to trade Bjorkstrand and Eberle? That's the thing. Do I need to trade them? Do I even have to make any moves? Do I keep the team as it is? Because the main roster, you have to have 12 forwards. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Including Canzanello, that's 12. Will Canzanello make the team? I don't know. Here's the fourth line, Shaw, Pelletier, Byers. Do I want the third line to be Chittle, Connor? Oh, I traded Eberle, I remember. I forgot. Chittle, Connor. Oh, this is tough. First line, Marner, Scheifele, Janssen. Second line, Hertl, Bjorkstrand, DeBrincat. Third line, Connor, Chittle, and someone? Do I go out and get a third line right wing? Or do I want to trade Bjorkstrand and put Connor up on that second line? It's going to depend on how people grow over the offseason, really. That's the big problem. So do I just wait until after the offseason to make moves? Because to be honest, there's not really any crazy free agents, especially right wingers. There's no right wingers. Defense, could I use a big name on defense? Kind of. But do I really need a bigger name? Axel Anderson did great. Even though he's like 79, 80 overall, he can play second pair. He did great. Right winger, there's nobody. Yoel Armia wants $3.1 million. Blake Wheeler would be an interesting depth guy to get. 48 points last year. Bah. Do I just sim through the off-season? Chris Kreider, beep you. 20 points last year in 82 games, making $5.5 million. So I think this is what I'm going to do. I have the trade value to just get someone by trade. I'm not going to go into free agency. I'm going to sim to next season, see how the lineup looks, and then trade from there. I think that's what I'm going to do. On my trade block, I'm going to put Bjorkstrand for sure. along with these goalies who have value. So like the guys I just drafted, these 247s I'll put on the blind. Even this guy Malkin. No, I'll put the 2 elites. They might pull in some more temptation. I'll say a top 4D, second line forward, and third line forward is what I want, along with first round picks and all that good stuff. So that's what I'm gonna put as a trade block, and I'm gonna begin simulating to next season and see what teams have to say to me. So here we go, sim to next season. Already right off the bat, Eberle, they want to give me back Jordan Eberle for a second round pick. No chance. Sorry, St. Louis. Stokes, oh, thank goodness, cool. I believe the sign will be good for myself and the franchise. Thanks, Stokes. So I got him. Evgeny Davidov for a first and a second, no. Bjorkstrand for Thomas Tatar and a third. Tatar's getting a bit old, 2 years left. That's 6 point whatever, 32 years old. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna trade Bjorkstrand in part of a bigger deal. I don't want to do that. Laddie and Kovanov for Nyquist and a third, no. Carson for a first. I don't want to trade Neil Carson. Why do they want to take Neil Carson? 75 overall, medium top 6, 20 years old. No, go to bed. Carson for Sod and a third. Nope. Nope. Bro, send me offers with those 2 elite goalies. Danton Heinen and Alex Ovechkin. No, all they want is Carson, man. Okay, Simon Carson and a 7th for PK Subban and a third. How old's PK now? He's making 6.2 for 3 more years at the age of 34. Are you serious? Canzanella, oh, come on. I want young guys with like entry-level contracts, but no one's going to trade me those. I need to go and do hours of searching through teams to find deals like that could come true in my wildest dreams. I guess that's going to be it for trades this offseason. Everyone just wanted Neil Carson. It wasn't even on my block. Didn't give me any offers for Bjorkstrand except for that one garbage one. Okay, new season. Right off the bat, let's set the captains. Captain is still Mitch Marner. No longer have Jonathan Toews in the lineup. Is it going to be Lindholm and Scheifele? I think it's... see, I don't want to make Marner the captain and then Scheifele and Janssen the 2 alternates. So that's just one line of leadership. The captain with 2 alternates on the one line has to be more spread out on the team. So Lindholm being there is nice. Scheifele is a leader, man. So I want to give him an A. So maybe I take it away from Lindholm. But then still, I want to give it to Janssen, but I don't think I can, bro. Janssen's been a huge part of this team. But I have to keep it as it is, I think. Marner with Lindholm and Scheifele. I'm sorry, Janssen. You're like the 3rd alternate. I love you, Bello, but I can't do anything else. Let's check out the overalls here. Let's see how people are looking and what we are going to have to do. Centers. Okay, so Hurdle grew to an 86, Chittle 84, Kovanov, send him down right away. These are going to be the centers. Mason Shaw, he has 85 face-offs, fantastic. He'll be good on the 4th line. Left wing, Janssen, Connor, Pelletier up to an 80, Byers, Canzanello is going to be in the minors. Byers, Pelletier up to an 80 is nice. 3rd line, just as he should be. Right wingers, Bjorkstrand probably going to trade. Byram, Benson, Miknov up to an 81, Anderson up to an 80. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Either it's going to be it's one of these 3 are scratched: Muller, Anderson, or Wu. Jet Wu, 80 overall at 23 years old. 11 points last year, -2. In the playoffs, he did well. Axel Anderson's good. +7 through 58 games with 7 points. 23 years old. And Mirko Muller, he's 28. He was a solid presence on the defense for us the last few years. One of the last members of the expansion draft. Did well in the playoffs too, so I have to figure that out. But yeah. Self-guard. Goalies, did Suglov grow? Yes, wow, he is an 85 overall now. He is a starter. Yikes, he's going to want to play. Chimera and Blumdahl are there. Okay, so let's look at these lines. Janssen, Scheifele, Marner's the first line. If I put Hurdle here and Chittle here, DeBrincat here. Chittle, 86 faceoffs. He has to be a center. He's listed as a second line forward as well. It's hard for me not to put him there. DeBrincat is also a center, though. He has 82 faceoffs. but he's a sniper. Do I try him on the wing instead? Put Hurdle there, DeBrincat there. Make this the third line. I get Pelletier here. I trade for a third line center. I need another forward too. Anderson's here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make some deals, man. This is pits. So upon having looked at the lines, I've come to the conclusion that I don't really have to trade Bjorkstrand because of cap, but more because of there is no room for him and the lines just are not working out. So I've gone through teams, I've spent a lot of time looking at a deal that could potentially work, and this is what I've come to. Bjorkstrand, gone, along with one of my goalie prospects, one of these two guys who are 47 overall medium elite. Habibulin and Simo, they're both 18, they're both 47 overall. Habibulin's 6'1", Simo's 6'3". I don't know. Adan Simo, 7th round pick, 203. Habibulin, 195. Maybe I could say Habibulin is a son of Nikolai Habibulin, so why not? It's a toss-up. I'm going to put Simo there on the block, on the trade. From Dallas, I look at, I need a third line center. That guy is going to be Roop Hintz. Roop Hintz, 83 overall. He's listed as a third line scoring forward, medium top 6 potential. He's a good two-way forward with 4-star defense. Last season he got 31 points. Not a big points guy, but a solid third line center that I think could get career high in points when he's playing with the guys that he'll be playing with on the third line. Roop Hintz. Then as I also need another forward because I don't have enough forwards. I have 11 forwards on my team. I'm looking at getting this guy right here, Dylan Gunter, 81 overall, 20 years old, medium top 6 potential, third line scoring forward, first round pick in 2021. Look at that sniper, 4.5-star shooting category. He has good 87 defensive awareness. Last season in the WHL, he got 80 points. He's played 5 years in the WHL, consistently getting 25 plus to 35 goals, 80 points last year. He is ready to make the jump to the NHL. He is a big boy, 6'3" sniper. Throw him in the deal. And I also want this bellow right here, Gustavs Brelin, 6'5", two-way defender, only 3.5-star defense. He's 18 years old, but 18th overall first round pick in 2023. In Russia last year, 15 points and a +10 in the KHL. So throw me Gustavs. Now going the other way, I forgot, I also need to throw in one of my defense from Burnaby, so I'm going to have too many defense. I'm going to have to throw in a few of these guys actually. I'm going to throw in Reasoner, who's a low top 4D, 64 overall, 21. And I'm going to throw in Silvegaard, right here, medium top 6D, 22 years old, 76 overall. Just no room for, or I could just throw in Biaka Butuka. Biaka Butuka last year in Burnaby had 9 points in 82 games, and Silvegaard had 25 points. Yeah, okay, so I'll throw in Biaka Butuka instead. Give them these two bellows. Could I get a pick back from that as well? A second and a 6th with my first. A second and a 7th with my first. Okay. What if I just take out these 3 prospects, because it doesn't seem like they want those guys. I'll give you my second, and then you throw in a pick, instead of having to do all that politics there. 4th and a 5th, that's a pretty good deal. Fantastic. So I give a second, I get back a 4th and a 5th, and the deal is completed. So I'm going to fix up these rosters, and I'm going to trade those 2 prospects, and then we're going to check out the lines. No one in the NHL wants Biaka Butuka, so I'm going to send him to a rebuilder and just take a pick back. The Hurricanes. He has value. Can I get a 3rd round pick for him? No. Could I just update a round? I give you a 4th. Oh, okay, fantastic. I throw in a 4th and that makes it into a 3rd. So I magically poof. My 4th round pick becomes a 3rd round pick with the help of Biaka Butuka. So see you later, Bello. You're off to Carolina. And now I need to also trade Reasoner, who does have trade value as well. I'll send him to St. Louis, a rebuilding team. A 3rd and a 6th and a 7th next season. Accepted. Okay, great. Thanks, St. Louis. Thanks for taking those guys off my hands. So thus far, I have 2 firsts, 2 seconds, a 3rd, 2 4ths, 2 5ths, a 6th, and 4 7ths. In this upcoming draft, so that's great. Next year's draft, I have next year, 2025. I have a 1st, a 2nd, 2 3rds, a 4th, a 5th, 2 6ths, and 2 sevenths. So gotta think like a GM, Bello. Always gotta be thinking like a GM. You never know. So let's fix up these lines and see what we got. So here are how the lines are looking for next season. First line, Janssen, Scheifele, Marner. Second line, here's what I'm thinking. Chittle is a second line forward. If the DeBrincat goes center, Chittle moves to the third, and then I don't know if I like Chittle on the third line. This all hinges on Chittle being a second line center. DeBrincat goes to the wing, and Hertl also goes to the wing. So it's 3 centers on this line. 3 centers. So DeBrincat's on the left, Hertl's on the right. That's how the second line is. Third line, Cal Connor with Hintz and Gunter. Cal Connor, I do not like him on the third line, but I gave him power play time and penalty kill time since he's a four-star defensive forward. I want to see growth from him. I hope that the ice time helps, and we'll see if that does anything. Gunter's a third line forward. Fourth line, Mason Shaw, NHL debut. We've had him for a while. He's been on Burnaby every year. He's been getting better, doing well. 71 points a couple of years ago. Good forward. We got him from Minnesota. He was a 2017 draft pick, along with Eric Byers and Jacob Pelletier, who's also making his NHL debut. He got 56 points last year in 82 games. In the Q, absolutely tore it up. Blackhawks pick first round of 2019 that we got in the Pacioretty trade. That's how the lines look. Defense, Lindholm and Benson on the top pair here. That really worked well last year. Byram on the second pair with Dmitry Mikhnov, who's making his NHL debut after being an AHL guy for us. Very good plus minus. Not sure if I'll drop him to the third pair though. He was a 5th round pick for us in 2019. And then the third pair, Mirko Muller with Axel Andersson, and if needed, Jet Wu is there, scratched. I don't like him being scratched though. He has good potential. I'd like him to play. Maybe I move on from Mirko Muller. On the special teams here, I've had trouble scoring in the past on the power play. Granada was giving me some good tips saying about how I need more of a quarterback defenseman on the power play. I'm going to look into that if Benson doesn't get it done, because Benson has been a revelation for us, especially in the playoffs last year. See, last year he only had 2 power play points in 80 games, but and in the playoffs he had 3 power play points in 24 games. So now that he's a higher overall, I'm going to see if I can trust him in that position, see how the power play does with these lines as they are, and we'll see what happens. I might look to upgrade my defense and trade Mirko Muller and another defenseman to get a better second pair D, and then make the third pair like Mikhnov and Wu, or Mikhnov and Anderson, something like that. Goalies, Thatcher Demko, 92 overall between the pipes. He's a monster. But backing him up is Vladimir Sublabov, 85 overall. He's listed as a starting goalie, so I want him to get ice time as well. That is my predicament. So this year is going to be an interesting year. Can ice time be distributed well enough, and can people play in these positions in a profitable manner? We'll see how that goes and if it works out. Last thing I want to do before I simulate the preseason is do my scouting, so give me a second to organize all of that. So that's all done. Scouting hundreds and hundreds of people, took me half an hour, and now we continue. So let's sim to the next preseason game, well, the first preseason game. I'm waiting to see if a scout will sign, and I sent a contract to a free agent for a AHL depth in case there's any injuries. Mike Huxley accepts the contract as scout, and well, look at that. It's Jordan Wheel, boys. He's back for more. He's going to be our scratched depth player in Burnaby in case there's any injuries. The poor guy wasn't getting any contract offers. He turned down $900K in the re-sign phase, only to sign for $700K now. So I guess that's what happens when you're a greedy pig in life, huh? But let's check out the preseason game here with our new acquisitions. Let's see how we do with the new lines here in Carolina. DeBrincat scores 58 seconds in, and then Janssen scores just a couple minutes later. Another power play. All right, so first period, and we lead 5-0. Pelletier, Byram, Chittle, we're flying out here. Second period, 5-2 now. Niederreiter and Smith score on Suglobov, and third period, a goal from Bowen Byram, his second. And we win that one by a score of 6-2. Those are the 3 stars, and we're smiling, boys. Bowen Byram, 3 points. So let's go to our last preseason game against the Capitals. So we're 5-1-0 here in the preseason. We beat the Rangers 4-2, all blah, blah, blah. We lost to the Flyers 3-1. Capitals are 6-0-0, so let's see if we can end their perfect preseason. We are 5-1-0. Here we go. First period, goals apiece, Hurdle. Second period, down 2-1. Power play for the Capitals. Power play for us. 5-on-3 power play. Can't capitalize. That's a bit concerning. And it'll end 3-2. Hurdle scores the second of the night, but Oshie scores on Suglobov. I don't know why Suglobov is playing so much. And we end 5-2-0. Capitals went 7-0-0 in the preseason. 5-2-0. Hurdle led the way with 11 points through 7 games. The Brinkat had 10 points. Janssen 8. Chittle 8. Byram 4. Scheifele only 4. Connor -3. Gunter -2. Preseason doesn't usually mean much. Benson -5, that's weird. Doesn't mean much usually. Goalies, Demko went 4-1-0. Suglobov went 1-1-0. And with that, we can simulate to the first game of the season now. So first game of the year, up against the Carolina Hurricanes in Chicharo Arena. The defending Stanley Cup champions are here. So first period, Chittle and Muller score. Sveshnikov scores on Demko, we're up 2-1. Second period ties it up, Niederreiter 2-2. Third period now. Let's start off with a win, boys. Let's start off our defending Stanley Cup Championship campaign with a W. Let's go. Still 2-2 through the halfway through the third period. Who's gonna make me smile? It's Roop Hintz, boys, the new guy in town. And then Niederreiter comes right back, because EA wouldn't let that happen. But then Andreas Janssen with 1:35 left, and the Bellos take game 1 of the season. Roop Hintz scored right there on Coro, who's like a 77 overall or something. Niederreiter had 2 goals, and he's the first star, even though we won. And there we go. First game of the season, we win 1-0. So that's going to be it for this one. Moving into the next one, something to be thinking about is the lines, as well as our trading block. So the block will look like this: Wu, Dufresne, and Ramja Singh. Just put them on the block to see what people would offer me. My wants are a top 4, top 6 D, or a third line scoring forward, something like that. So that would be the trading block. Quickly browse the trading block, see if anything's interesting. Also want to say a big shout out to Granada. Sorry that you went bankrupt buying all those Cafe Cremas in the playoffs, but it was for a good cause. It helps us to pay the salary of the players. Pacioretty there on the block, that pig. Doesn't look like there's anyone too interesting. Will Butcher is interesting if we're looking at defensive help. He would be a good guy, 4.5-star D. Brody is pretty good as well. I don't like CC's contract, wouldn't want to touch his. Almost $6 million for 2 more years. Brody or Butcher are people to keep in consideration defensively. Sami Vatanen, Jake Muzzin. 1 year left on Muzzin's deal, 4 years left on Vatanen's deal. Here's Stone, Nugent Hopkins, Saad. Vegas is trying to sell everybody. Roslovic, medium top 9 potential. Those are the trade blocks. Let me know if you have any thoughts on that, or if the lines should just be as they are. We'll start the season as defending Stanley Cup champions in the next one, boys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you then.